Christians allowed to have sex just for pleasure? If you don't know me, I'm Angela, the Christian Sexpert. I talk all about sex and intimacy in Christian marriage. There is a large segment of Christians, but particularly Catholics, who will tell you that sex has to be for the purposes of procreation, that you can have pleasure with it, like that's fine, but you have to try and conceive. So the man has to finish inside of her, as in you're not allowed to spill seed. And the thing is, that's based on a false interpretation of a single verse in the Bible. They will say, well, God killed Onan for spilling seed. He didn't really, though. God killed Onan because of his deceitful and spiteful heart. So in that time period, when a man died, his brother was meant to take his wife as his own, get her with child, and provide her with an heir. Because we know that historically, widows were like the lowest of the low. They had no standing in society. And by giving her an heir, he restored her place in society and ensured that she would be taken care of. And Onan, being a spiteful little person, did not want to give his brother an heir, because any child that was conceived would be considered his brother's heir and not Onan's. And Onan said, I'm not down with that. So he spilled his seed. And it was not because of the action of spilling seed, it was the spiteful and deceitful heart that was the problem for God. Because what does the Bible also tell us? God does not look at outward appearance. God looks at the heart. So God doesn't look at the actions. He looks at our motivations behind them as well, and more importantly. And further, if we look at Song of Solomon, there is no mention of conception anywhere in the Song of Solomon. Anywhere at all. The only place that spilling seed is referenced is a single verse in the Bible, but we have an entire book that talks about sex for pleasure with our spouse. So with that in mind, go forth and have good sex.